Okay. So it looks like I started recording. Okay, so I'm going to go live and we'll be on. See if I can tag you guys on it too. Okay. Here we go. Okay, why is this doing this to me? John, it won't let me hit the go live. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I think it's working.
It says on my iPad live on Facebook.
All right, then we're live. So we're just sitting around here. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. I can't see it, so I guess it's just slow on my end, but
Well, I have it pulled up on my phone next to me, and we're on Team Taylor Plexus Testimonies. There's nothing. Well,
now I see it. Okay, well, I'll do a test comment real quick
to see.
Hi, make sure it's working. Welcome, everyone, if you're watching us live. I am so excited to share more with you guys today. If you, all right, we are back on Zoom. Here we go. If you have been paying attention to this group today, there has been just a couple posts before the live video. One of them was a giveaway, so just make sure you check that out and comment on there. We're asking you to answer questions to be entered for the giveaway. And then there's going to be a lot more giveaways later today, as well as more information about some of the products that we're going to talk about. So there's actually going to be 4 of us. The other person is my husband. He's not on the video right now, but we're going to switch places in a little bit, and he's going to also tell a little bit about what he loves about Plexus, and as well as my friend Heather. Heather Perricone is a local mom. Her and I actually met in a mom's group, and she'll tell you more about her health story, which led her to start with Plexus. And then this is my friend Amanda Grubb as well. She's on our team. Many of you probably know her. She has a really fantastic story about what the Plexus opportunity has done for her, and not only just her health, but also her financial with their family. So we're going to get started. And I think what I'll do is, you guys can feel free to comment. If you're on this live, or even if you're watching the replay, just tell us you're watching the replay. Please feel free to ask us questions. Even if we're not able to answer them live, we'll try our best to. If not, we can answer them later. But I want to go ahead and get into this. So we're going to be focusing on basically our everyday wellness essential products. And now more than ever, people are really trying to keep their health at its peak, trying to boost their immune system and things like that. So, this has always been an important thing, of course. And for me, it's actually been, it's been a game changer since I started on these with Plexus. And it's crazy because sometimes I forget about this part, but before I started Plexus, which was 3 years ago, I was sick all of the time. It was kind of like a joke how often I would get sick. The start of fall would come and it would go all the way through spring. I would be sick on and off for like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I'd be getting better and then it'd be turned into something else, and it'd be strep throat, ear infection, bronchitis, this and that, just all kinds of sinus infections and things like that. So it was nonstop. And I just figured that was my norm. That's just me. I'm just someone that always gets sick. I have a bad immune system. So I labeled myself that way and didn't think that it really could improve, even though I took a multivitamin. I had tried other probiotics here and there, nothing major, but I was always on vitamins, different kind of supplements and things like that. Sometimes I'd eat healthy, but other times I really wasn't. So I know I wasn't contributing that much to the situation. But there's all kinds of factors that lead to what your gut health is like and what your immune system is like. And it really wasn't until I started with the Plexus multivitamin and the gut health products that I noticed I was not getting sick all the time. And now, instead of getting sick, 10 or so times a year, I don't even know, I can't count. I haven't really counted how many times a year I'd get sick, but it was a lot. Now I'm only getting sick maybe once a year, maybe a cold, and that's about it. And it's usually over a lot faster than it ever was before. So I can tell you from experience, these products work. If someone has invited you here, it's because they care about you, and it's because they want you to maybe experience something that they felt using these products. Um, and take a chance on something that maybe your friend has recommended to you, because I can't tell you how many times I've gone to my even my favorite supplement store local, nearby, which I love, but I don't know if the products work. I don't have friends that are standing there telling me, they've used this such and such product and what it's done for them. I'm just on the shelf grabbing something, hoping it works, and sometimes wasting my money. So here you have your friends here inviting you to share with what they love and what's helped them. So I'm going to, let's see if I can switch the speaker view to just me, and then we'll take turns if I can do that. Apparently not. Let's see.
You got it.
Come on. Okay. All right. So perfect. I'm going to kind of focus a little bit about the gut health products, what's really changed, especially with my mental health. But before I get into that, I was just talking about my immune system. And, one of the main products, I'm going to get into the gut health stuff, but the other one is our X Factor multivitamin. Later, there's going to be a post you'll want to check out. It'll have a lot more details and specs on like what's in the product and what it does for you, how it works. But I'll just tell you, I just take this once a day. I take it with a meal, any meal, doesn't matter. And this is unlike any other vitamin. I've never actually like noticed a difference from taking a vitamin than, until I've tried this one. I've actually noticed a little bit more energy. I can tell I'm actually absorbing it. And I've seen hair growth and nail growth and things like that. There's a bunch of benefits that this X Factor has, including like heart benefits. It even helps people, like women, if they have hot flashes going through menopause, things like that. It helps with your gut health. But the really, really cool thing that I want you to know about X Factor is that the vitamins in it are bioavailable and they're methylated. And that might not mean anything to you because it didn't mean anything to me when I first heard about it. But in simple terms, what it means is that these vitamins are in their most, basically their most natural absorbable state. So to get into your system without you wasting it. Because a lot of times I think what would happen with vitamins is that, I would probably just pass them out, pass them through me. You take them, but they're not really all getting absorbed into your system. So with this, I feel confident that like not only am I absorbing what's in that capsule, but it also has an aloe blend that helps you absorb more of the nutrition that's actually in the food that you're eating. So you're going to absorb a ton of vitamins and nutrients and all of that, not only from that capsule, but from your food. So this vitamin is very potent, and it's just going to help you, or it's just going to basically be more absorbable than most things that you would try. Now, let's talk about the gut health stuff, because one of the big things for me is that I have noticed a significant decrease in my anxiety and depression. And 4 years ago, I was dealing with a lot of like postpartum depression still after having my daughter. And when I started Plexus, she was a year and a half old, and I was still in a funk. The hormones were still very wacky. My gut health was a mess, and I didn't realize. And there were days that I had where I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I would just cry and I would just pray for something to change. Like I had no idea what I wanted to change or what that would be, but I was praying for a change. And I didn't really realize it till later. And looking back, like Plexus was that change, because I can tell you that before I needed naps all the time. I needed like coffee, caffeine of any kind to get me through the entire day. I ate tons of candy and chocolate just to make myself feel better. I was very depressed for reasons I didn't even know why. Like it was just that feeling of depression where you can't explain it. And And it was really hard for me because I wanted to be the best mom that I could be for my daughter. I have a 4-year-old daughter. She's 4.5 now. And at the time, like I said, she was a year and a half when I started Plexus. So, I mean, she was a baby and a year old, and I was just having a hard time struggling getting through the day. Just reading a book to her, I would feel like I was falling asleep. And then I would rock her to sleep at night, just miserable, like not even understanding why I was miserable. Because I wanted to be a happy mom and I loved being a mom, but I wanted to be like this super amazing mom that I felt like I was failing. So what I can say is when I started Plexus, things started changing. And even people around me, including my family and my best friends, noticed there was some changes happening. And there was, I think my one friend described it as like, there's a new light coming from you. And I don't know what it is, but you're changed. There's something different. And you just seem like you have so much energy. And I was like, I do. And I don't know why. So, I started with this pink drink. I started with the Triplex, which is the pink drink and our probiotic system. And that was a game changer. Not only did I start feeling a little bit more of like just a slight like pick me up, like I just had less fatigue basically. I had less cravings. I was going to the bathroom regularly and I've never done that before. So, things like that. Like I stopped eating all the sweets. I used to drink sweet tea all day long. That stopped. I don't drink energy drinks anymore. So Plexus not only changed my immune system, my energy, but lots of other little wins along the way. Um, but I want to explain to you a little bit about how our triplex works. So you'll see that posted in the group later. The triplex is those 3 products: our pink drink. I'll show you here. Pink drink, and there's 2 versions of that. We have the microbiome activating pink drink, which this has prebiotics in it, which is good for your gut health. And what prebiotics do, they basically act as food for probiotics. So they're going to help the probiotics in your gut thrive and multiply. So both of these slims are pretty much exactly the same, except for the fact that this has those prebiotics for your gut. And the other difference with this hunger control version, this is going to help a little bit more with your cravings because it has extra fiber in it to help keep you fuller longer. So as you can tell, this one's a little bit bigger because it has more fiber in it. So those are our 2 pink drinks. They're called Slim. They're part of this amazing triplex, which is the Probio 5 and the BioCleanse. So BioCleanse is a magnesium and vitamin C supplement. It's an oxygenated form of vitamins or magnesium. It's going to oxygenate your blood. It's going to help promote regularity. So that thing with me not going to the bathroom all the time, and now I am going regularly, that's from the help of BioCleanse. But how this works is, this probiotic, it's very unique. It has antifungal properties and digestive enzymes in it. So normally when you buy a probiotic, you're usually just getting probiotics, which is all good and wonderful, right? But this has those extra things in it that are going to actually combat all the bad stuff going on in your gut. And what's the bad stuff? That's yeast overgrowth, also known as candida overgrowth. So we all have candida and yeast in our gut, but the problem is when it's overgrown. So when we have too much of it, your body, it just wreaks havoc on your body and your gut. And your gut health relates to so many things. So when you get off this call, I suggest you to go on Google gut health and something you're dealing with, like gut health and migraines or something like that, and just see what comes up because it's connected to so many different things. So this is just a powerhouse combo. This is something that most of us that take Plexus is like our core foundation products. Like I said, this feeds the good bacteria, helps them thrive and multiply. So these probiotics in here and the ones going in your gut are going to increase. This gets rid of the bad guys. And then what BioCleanse does is it gently sweeps away all those bad guys that the Probio 5 killed off. So it's basically, think of your gut like a garden. If you have like a flower garden and you have some weeds or some mushrooms growing in there, you're not just going to like try to plant more flowers and hope that you're going to kind of scare away and get rid of the mushrooms or the weeds, right? You're going to actually go to those weeds and mushrooms and pull them out. If you have weeds, you're going to put something on it, maybe get rid of them, and then continue growing your garden. So that's just the same way with your gut. You don't just want to throw more probiotics in there and hope it weeds everything out and gets rid of the bad stuff, because it's not necessarily going to do that. what you want to do is find something that's actually going to get to the root of the problem and take care of that. So that's how our triplex works. And while we're talking about probiotics, there is another probiotic that is my go-to. And when I talked about the depression and anxiety thing, I started with that triplex first for a few months, and then this product came out. It's called Vital Biome, and this is it just has probiotics in it, but they're specifically selected to help not only your digestion, but also it's going to help with reducing stress. It can help with anxiety, help with your mood and things like that. Like, it specifically says it on here. It can improve mood and reduce feelings of stress. So that's why this is my go-to. My husband does not let me run out of this probiotic, because a couple times I have, and it wasn't pretty. So happy wife, happy life, right? We make sure we have Vital Biome in the house. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to my husband, and he can talk about how bad I was without Vital Biome, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. John is going to talk about our active drink and I think I had an active here. I don't know what I did with it. Our lean shakes. And he is now working from home. He used to work in an office, and because of the situation, he's now working from home. So he's here, and he is going to talk to you guys about those. Thank you. Hi,
baby. Okay. How is everybody doing? Like Nicole said, I am here to talk about how I use active and how I use the lean shakes on a daily basis, and really how that's changed over the course of this whole quarantine thing. Really hasn't changed at all. But so I started out taking active and lean for my workouts, and I also do use MetaBurn from time to time. I think Heather's going to talk about that more during her time. But active I use as a pre-workout. It's our energy drink, and when you hear the word energy drink, that phrase, it automatically makes you think of drinking highly carbonated beverages packed with sugar and all kinds of junk that makes you jittery and feel like you're having a heart attack. This is not that. So I think to call it an energy drink is a little bit misleading. Maybe it's more of like a performance drink, lifestyle drink, whatever you want to call it. But I think energy drink has some bad connotations, so I don't think of it like that. I use it as a pre-workout, but people who are used to using, off-the-shelf GNC pre-workouts and stuff like that probably have a different conception of pre-workouts, making you jittery and maybe a little anxious, stuff like that. Active, whoops, hit the mic. Active does not do that at all. It's a very gives you mental clarity, boosts your energy. It's all natural. It has a blend of ingredients that has been clinically tested to boost nitric oxide levels. And what that means, when you hear boost nitric oxide, what that means, it gets your blood flow into your muscles. And people who use pre-workouts, it gives you that that pump that you're looking for in the gym. So I use active as my pre-workout, and then lean, I have that after my workout, almost pretty much every single day. And I'll mix the lean with almond milk or regular milk or water. When I was in the office, I would just mix it up in a shaker bottle with water. Being at home now, I often put it in a blender and have it that way. But I mean, lean is great on so many levels. If you think about it, especially today. So right now I am working from home. Previously worked in an office. Our company's talking about transitioning back into office life like every other week or something like that. And something cool about lean is if you do go back into an office now, you don't want to worry about having to go out and go get food somewhere or go get fast food or sit down at some restaurant, because you don't want to get exposed to potentially the virus. You can just have your your lean shake powder with you, add some water, bring some milk with you, shake it up, and you don't have to leave the office. You have your lunch right there. So I think that's definitely a big perk for incorporating lean into your daily routine. Lean is packed with prebiotics. It's also the vitamins. I believe the B vitamin, the B12, and the folate are both methylated. And the science behind methylation is very interesting. I encourage people to go research that, about why it's important to have methylated vitamins. I'm not going to speak to that today because I need notes in front of me because I don't fully understand it. But I will tell you it's a lot better for you, and your body is able to actually absorb and use the vitamins rather than them just passing through and not being used, which is what you get most of the time if you don't have, especially with that folate, if you don't have methylated folate. So definitely look into that if you're interested. I'm sure Nicole can post more information too. But that's basically how I've incorporated active and lean into my workouts. Like I said, I do use MetaBurn. I'll use MetaBurn before my workouts if I'm going on a longer run or something like that. But most of the time, it's just taking and it's so easy. You're just mixing active in a water bottle, or stirring it into a mason jar or whatever. And I have it like 15 minutes before I work out. And then normally after my workout, I do have my slim immediately after, wait a half hour, and then I'll have my lean. So I think that's it. And I think Heather is up next to talk about MetaBurn. Is that right? Okay. So, great. Heather, take it away.
All right. Thanks, John. Thank you, Nicole, for asking me to be part of this. I'm super excited to be here this afternoon with you all. I'm actually going to start talking about the MetaBurn first, because that is something that kind of follows with what John was talking about with the working out. So this is our MetaBurn. You can see it. I use MetaBurn every single day. I don't think I could survive without it, along with many of the other Plexus products. Like John had mentioned, it's great for a workout because it allows you actually to burn more calories during your workout because it revs up your metabolism. And that's one of the great things about MetaBurn. And I've noticed with myself that my metabolism was really low at one point. And I could tell once I started to lose weight that it was kind of working. And it's an all natural fat burner, which is great. And it focuses on the belly area, your hips, your thighs. And having a child, I had the mom of the body of a new mom. And my hips and thigh areas was really the area of myself that I dislike the most. So I started taking MetaBurn, and about after a year, and I'm kind of looking up because I have my measurements written down, I have lost 3 inches roughly in my ab area. I've lost about 2 inches on my hips and roughly 6 inches on my thighs. So 3 inches from each thigh. And with the MetaBurn, it helps with the long-term health of our bodies with the two different types of fat we have. There's a brown fat and a white fat. And the grains of paradise that are in the MetaBurn actually work on getting rid of that visceral fat that is not good for us for long-term health care. So if you are looking for something to help with those areas, to give you a little boost through your energy workouts and to speed up your metabolism, I highly recommend our MetaBurn. So that is that. The other product I'm going to talk about is our Ease. And this is the one, and I wanted to do this last with mine because I might get a little emotional. I started Plexus back in March of 2019, so I've been on Plexus products for a year. I still do the Triplex, and I added the Ease. I was diagnosed in 2015 with fibromyalgia, to the point where I could barely walk. Don't tell me to go exercise because it wasn't happening. I wasn't sleeping. I was a teacher at the time, teaching music in a K-12 building. And there were days where I would walk through my doorway and walk down the hallway to my classroom and think, how am I going to get down on the floor with my kindergartners or jump around and dance and sing with, my older kids. And there would be teachers be like, are you okay? And I'm like, well, let's see, I'm tired because I'm not sleeping. I can barely walk because the fibromyalgia was unbearable, to say the least. It really impacted my way of life and my lifestyle. And of course, you know, you get diagnosed and it's, well, here, try this medicine or try that medicine. I was on 2 different sorry. I was on 2 different medications at the time, and both of them were not good at all. So I just stopped cold turkey on the medication. So I went from 2015, 2016 to 2019 cold turkey, no medication, dealing with fibromyalgia. Heating pad every night, and all of the other things that I've already mentioned. I could tell when it was going to rain. I was like the weather forecaster for the family. I would be like, oh, it's going to rain, because I could just feel it between the pain from the fibromyarthritis. And it would be funny. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, no, seriously, it's going to rain outside. Nobody believed me until it started to rain. I'm like, called it, knew it was happening. I was engaged at the time. I got engaged in 2015 in the fall. And, excuse me, we got married in 2016. I got pregnant right away. So I'm still dealing with fibromyalgia, no medication, not sleeping on top of being pregnant. Daughter came in May of 2017. So I went even that long, 2017, 2019, without any medication or anything with the fibromyalgia. And it got to the point, as my daughter Sophia was starting to get bigger, that I couldn't carry her. And I immediately thought to myself, how am I going to be able to carry her when she gets older? A real breaking point for me was when I couldn't get her out of the crib in the morning. My husband was at work. You know, I knew she was getting older. How am I going to lift her up? How am I going to carry her downstairs? We don't live in a one-story house. So I met Nicole in a mom's group. And my husband was kind of skeptical. I was skeptical, but I thought, you know, I'm going to try it. It's worth a shot to do this. So I signed up, immediately started taking the triplex and the E's, and I did a loading dose of the E's, which meant I was taking 6 capsules a day, for a month. And then I went to 4 capsules. And then now that I've been on this for a year, my daughter's going to be 3. I can pick her up. I can run around with her. And I never thought I'd be able to do those things. I can get down on the floor and not have to be helped up anymore. I don't sleep with a heating pad. I used to sleep with a heating pad every single night. And I don't anymore. It's like wrapped up, and I might bring it out of the closet every now and again, but it's not every night. We've been having a lot of rain lately here in Pittsburgh area, and I don't notice it. Like it's just immediately gone. The Ease has done so much for me. That I have my life back. I'm able to exercise now. If somebody ever said to me, work out to lose the weight, you know, and that was one of the rheumatologist things, well, if you lose the weight, you know, the fiber will disappear. And I was like, sure, it's just going to magically disappear. And now I'm working out. I'm losing weight. I'm losing inches. I feel so much better because I'm sleeping at night. I have the energy. Like I said, I can run around with my daughter Sophia, and we can exercise and go for long walks, and I don't hurt anymore. And it's the most amazing feeling. It was probably 2 or 3 weeks into using Ease. We were in the kitchen one night standing there, and my husband looked at me and he goes, oh my gosh, she said, Heather, I have my wife back. And to hear your husband say that he has his wife back. And the fact that Sophia doesn't have to know that mommy had all of that before, that I can just run around with her. You know, might have a flare up here and there. But I can just be a mom. I can be that mom that I've always wanted to be. And it's because of Plexus. It's because of the Ease and some of the other products. So those of you that have an autoimmune disorder, I really take that leap with us. Take the leap with Plexus and do this, because it's a life changer for me. I have my life back. And you know, it's amazing. I'm not going to go into the whole science of what's all in Ease, but the turmeric that is in it, along with some of the other ingredients, really help with inflammation. I have arthritis too. So it's, you know, I'm going to be 39 and suffer from these things, and I don't even feel it anymore. So it's just wonderful. my husband can give me hugs and I don't hurt. I can lift my daughter up. I can be me. I can be the mom that I have always wanted to be. So take that leap and try it, because it's not going to hurt.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. That's amazing, Heather. You get me all emotional because, you know, and I think I must have shared my story with Ease as well, because I didn't mention it today, but I mean, with Heather, when we first started talking, that was a similar situation. I didn't have it to the extreme that Heather had, but I had a hard time picking up my daughter too. And not just the Ease, but the gut health products. These are life-changing. These are not just people are trying to sell something. This is like, what if this could change everything for you? And I'm going to hand that over to Amanda, because she has another amazing story to share. Thank you, Heather.
Hi guys, Amanda Grubb here, and I thank you so much for asking me to be here, and thank you so much for watching and hearing these incredible stories. I think we've been hearing so much about, excuse me, how amazing these products are, the amazing things these products can do, but that is honestly part of this business. There's amazing things that the business side can do as well. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit background about me. I've actually been with Plexus for 5, almost 6 years now. And I started wanting Plexus because I had a 6-month-old baby girl, my first child, and I was exhausted. And I'd gone back to work. I was falling asleep on the keyboard. I was so tired. And a friend of mine had posted about this pink drink. Now, full disclosure, I honestly said yes to a pink drink because I don't like taking capsules. I don't like swallowing pills. And now I'm like, woohoo, yes, these things are amazing. They do so much. It is worth it. Just get it down. But first things first, I wanted to be awake at work. That's what I wanted. So I started trying the pink drink, and sure enough, I was one of those. It was first day. I didn't have a Diet Coke that day. And I was doing a Diet Coke and Cheez-Its together. For some reason, I thought extra sugar might help. It was really gross. And it was like 10 a.m. I'm having Diet Coke and Cheez-Its. But I didn't have it that day. I just had this pink drink. And I was like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I need it, and I need it cheap. So I signed up to be an ambassador. Guys, I call myself a network marketing snob, that I thought I was too educated. I thought I had too good of a job, that I was like, there's no way I would ever do something like network marketing. That's crazy. I was working at Apple at the time. I was an account exec. I had a 6-figure income there. I have my MBA. My husband was at Apple as well. Same job. We were making great money, had a new baby. Everything was great. I didn't need anything else. All I needed was this pink drink. I just needed a little energy. So I signed up, got the discount, became a wholesale ambassador, and I refused to tell anyone about this for 6 months. And I'll tell you what made me tell someone. It ended up helping me as I grew in these products. The pink drink then went to the triplex combo that Nicole told about. Guys, that changed my life with my celiac disease. I can now eat bread. That's a whole nother conversation, but I can now eat bread and not be running to the bathroom. I can now eat normal food and it's fine. That was life-changing. I was suffering in silence with my celiac disease and with my exhaustion. I remember seeing all my other friends on Facebook, and they were the cutest moms. They were even cute pregnant. I hated being pregnant. They were so adorable. They looked so happy. Their babies were so beautiful. Everything was so perfect. And here I was struggling, so tired, couldn't wake up, couldn't stay awake at work, all those things. And what happened in December, so after 6 months after I joined, I looked back at my Facebook page, and guess what? I looked pretty perfect. My kids were pretty beautiful. Everything looked perfect. And I thought to myself, we only put the good out there. I put the good out there, and I was suffering in silence. What if somebody else is suffering in silence? So I took took a stab at it, made a post about Plexus, started telling other moms. Guys, I didn't even go in to the gut health and celiac disease part of my life. I was like, guys, if you're falling asleep, you need this. Let's go. Let's go. It was just the pink drink that I was helping everybody with. And when I started doing that, I started seeing some people get interested. And I thought, maybe this could be a little side business. And let me tell you, when I started the side business, I was thinking, well, I mean, we don't need money. We don't need anything. I'm fine. And my upline told me, she's like, well, what's one thing you could take away that bothers you? Is there something that money could do that bothers you? Guys, this is hilarious. So every 3 months, I would go get my hair done. And I have a lot of hair. I would go get my hair done, and it cost $150 every 3 months to get my hair done. So I told her, I said, could I get my products for free and get $50 a month? Do you think I could do that? And she's like, oh yeah, you could do that. I said, because I hate having this argument. My husband always says, why is your hair so expensive? It's only $20 to get my hair cut. And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, look, it's a lot. So I was like, if I could stop having that argument, and every time he's like, are you going to the hair salon again? I'd be like, don't worry, Plexus has got it. Don't worry, it's covered. Move on. I was like, if I could stop that argument, that would be awesome. Sure enough, guys, month one, I had my products paid for and I had $50. And I was like, sweet, that was fun. Now I don't have to have that argument anymore. And my upline told me, think bigger. Think bigger. What is something else that you would love to not pay for anymore? I kept thinking, and I thought, you know what? We are so blessed, and we got this nanny that we adore, and she was at home with my daughter, Rue, and I thought, yeah, that's really expensive. I don't know why it didn't occur to us at the beginning that paying someone else's income was actually going to be expensive, but it was really expensive. And I thought, man, if I could get that nanny paid for, that'd be life-changing. We'd be back to where we were before we had a kid. We'd be saving money. It'd be so amazing. And it was expensive. It was like $2,000 a month. And I thought, okay, what do I need to do to get the nanny paid for? I think I can get the nanny paid for. And let me tell you this side of it too. So I was sharing with my friends, sharing with my family. I had some people jump on board. They were so excited. I had some people tell me, I am crazy town. What am I thinking? But I didn't worry about it. I knew what I knew. I knew that it helped me. And all I did was share with people why it helped me. I didn't know. I am not a label reader. I didn't know all the science behind everything. I just knew why I liked it. And I just shared with people why I liked it. And what really changed for me when I thought, oh my gosh, this not only could be some side money and a side gig, this could change my life. I remember it very vividly. It was when one of my friends, she was a sorority sister of mine, she added someone to her team, which then added them to my team, and I had never met them before, ever. I didn't know this person. I couldn't pick this person out of a crowd of two. And I thought, oh, that's how this works. That's how you grow a team. You don't have to know 10,000 people. It's just who everyone else knows. And let me tell you, the relationships that I have built with people that I would have never been in contact with, it's amazing. It's such a huge blessing. And since then, we have grown our income. We're jewel status, or one of the top ranks of the company. And I stay home. I quit my job at Apple. I always tell people this too. A lot of people out there say, don't you want to stay home with your babies? Don't you want to raise your babies and stay home? And yeah, we're all rocking that right now. We are, all of us. But I am not that person. I'm not a great stay-at-home mom. And so I knew I wanted to stay at home and have my kids in daycare and have some quiet time at home, because it makes me a better mom. And guys, that's what we did. It's incredible. I love the fact that I can be at home, work my business during the day, and when I get my kids back from school, oh my gosh, I am so pumped up to see them. I am elated. I am such an energetic, excited mom. And because I have that time during the day, our weekends are true weekends. We're not running to the grocery store. We're not running errands. We're not doing anything. It's this complete time freedom that has been gifted to me and my family that I'm telling you guys, I know that with the stay-at-home stuff, there is some stress, and homeschooling stressful for a lot of us who never signed up to be a teacher and don't know how to do that. But the lifestyle side of it is what I've been doing every day. Having time to play with my kids, having time to do what I want to do, having time to learn something new, do a craft, do something exciting. All that time freedom has come from Plexus. And then the financial side as well. I mean, that's gotten us out of some sticky times with people losing jobs and saying, you know what, I got this. My income, we've got this. So I really encourage you guys, don't overthink sharing these products with someone. You never know what someone else is going through because we always put our best face forward. So make sure that you're just sharing what you're doing, what you've experienced, and why you love it. And you never know where that can take you and how many new, incredible people that can bring into your life. And I did want to remind you guys, I'm going to turn it back to Nicole in just a second, but make sure there are going to be a ton of posts still in here after this event. Make sure you're commenting on those posts and getting some entries to win some awesome prizes. So I'm an open book. You guys can ask me any questions you want, but I'm going to turn it back to Nicole. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Amanda. That was incredible. And this is the kind of stuff that gets me so excited to do these kind of events because I get to help share everybody's amazing health success stories and financial freedom and time freedom. And that's why we're here. We're here to share all of these things with you. And we want to know how can we help you? What are your health goals? If you want to tag the person that invited you here in the comments, let us know your health goals and what you're hoping Plexus can help you with. We would love to help you get started on an amazing health journey with us. So I am going to kind of end this live right now, but encourage you guys, check out these posts over the next about 20 to 30 minutes. There's going to be a series of posts just about basically, a few details about each of the products that we talked about and things like that. And I want to mention too, there is a sale going on today. I think today's the last day. It's only $9.95 to join when it's normally $39.95. And I've always been someone that's looking for a deal. I used to always coupon and things like that. So let me tell you, I haven't seen a sale this big for quite a few months. So if you're thinking about joining, if you're thinking about grabbing a few products, this is a really great time to get the wholesale pricing for a whole year. You pay $9.95, not for every month. I'm talking $9.95 for the whole year of wholesale pricing. And then you get to choose a discounted welcome pack. So we have special first order pricing. The first day you join, you can choose a discounted welcome pack. There's ones priced at $99, and there's usually about 3 products in those ones. There's ones that are priced at $199, and those have around 7 products depending on what you're picking. But today those are also 10% off. So you can save $10 or $20 off of those already discounted wholesale welcome packs that are on sale. So I really encourage you to ask the person that invited you how you can get one of those. We do have a promotional code for that. It is in all caps. It's Healthy Happy, all one word, and that's how you can get your 10% off. But yeah, there's gonna be a couple more giveaways. I would love for you guys to win something fun today. So I'm gonna sign off, but you guys stay home, stay healthy, and those of you that can't stay home, we thank you for being out there and putting yourself out there to keep us healthy. So thank you guys. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Amanda and Heather and John. All right, bye guys.